Chairman, Mr. Secretary, the Biden administration has operated as Iran's best friend, hasn't it?
No, I disagree completely, Senator.
Well, Iran sold Iraq $10 billion, not million, $10 billion worth of electricity. But Iraq couldn't pay them because of our sanctions against Iran. Biden administration waived those sanctions, didn't it?
Senator, that
so
waiver
that
started
so
under
that
the
Iran
Trump
could get $10 billion. Isn't that a fact?
No, Senator, those waivers started under the Trump administration. That money is still in Iraq. That money has never been to Tehran. It will never go to Tehran.
The first waiver was on July 2023, wasn't it?
Senator, I believe those waivers started in 2018.
The first waiver that the Biden administration did was July of 2023, wasn't it?
So, Senator, again, I believe the waiver program started in.
You didn't issue a waiver on July of 2023?
Senator, the waivers were continued into 2023.
And you issued another waiver to get the money to Iran in November of 2023, didn't you?
Senator, as I said, that money has never been, will never go to Iran. The money is still in Iraq. The money may be used for humanitarian purposes, but not a dollar of that money.
Welcome to Liberty Trigger. Patriots, you need to see this. Senator John Kennedy just tore into Biden's Deputy Treasury Secretary, and it was explosive. This wasn't just another Senate hearing. This was a wake-up call about how far this administration is willing to go to appease our enemies. Here's the deal. Iraq owed Iran $10 billion for electricity. Our sanctions blocked that money. What did Biden do? He granted waivers. Billions freed up. And the spin? It's for humanitarian purposes. Really? Do you believe that? Because every dollar for humanitarian aid just frees up another dollar for terror, missiles, and attacks on Americans.
And you issued another waiver on March of 2024, not too long ago. That was 6 weeks after Iran killed 3 American soldiers.
Senator,
you gave Iraq permission to give Iran $10 billion, didn't you?
No, Senator. As I mentioned, this was something that started in 2018 under the Trump administration. It allowed Iraq to purchase electricity and to store that money in Iraq. None of that money to date will ever go to Iran. The money is being held for humanitarian purposes.
You're not telling the truth, Mr. Secretary. No disrespect, but that's just not true. Senator Menendez and Senator Scott made the point. We all know, unless you peaked in high school, you know that money is fungible. You also, the Biden administration also paid Iran $6 billion to release 5 of our prisoners, didn't it?
Again, that money is in Qatar. None of that money has been used. It hasn't been moved. And as I said earlier, while money is fungible in the United States because we care about our people, it's not fungible for the Iranian.
So the money's in Qatar, in a bank in Qatar?
Yes.
Now, what do you think? Who controls that bank in Qatar?
Those banks are controlled by those individuals who run that financial institution.
I see. So if President Biden says Qatar Bank, don't give this money to Iran, and the Qatar government says give the money to Iran, who do you think the Qatar bank's going to listen to, Mr. Secretary?
So, Senator, those banks in Qatar value greatly their ability to have a relationship with the United States because that's how they make money.
Do you believe in the tooth fairy?
Ultimately, if we cut off those banks, they will no longer be able to make money.
Do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
So, Senator, while I understand your point, fundamentally, none of that money has gone to Iran, and that money is not going to go directly to Iran.
Now, you did the same thing with Maduro, you meaning the Biden administration. You guys did the same thing with Maduro in Venezuela. You removed all the sanctions on oil and mining, including gold, with Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela, didn't you?
So GL 44 and 43 were put in place in Venezuela. 43 has already.
Is that a yes?
GL 43 has been removed.
So you said, okay, Maduro, we're going to remove Maduro, best friends with Iran and Cuba and China and Russia. The Biden administration removed the sanctions on oil and mining in Venezuela.
Senator.
And the Maduro said, I promise you that I'll hold a free and fair election. And then he put all his opponents in jail. And the Biden administration has done nothing, hasn't it, except stand there sucking on its teeth.
So, Senator, I want to say again, we provided general licenses. We did not remove the sanctions. The reason we did that was because we did not trust. So what we can do
The
with
sanctions on Maduro's oil are not there, are they?
general license 44, which gives permission for the sale of oil, expires on April 17th, which will then put those sanctions back in place. We did not remove the sanctions. We provided general
The
license.
problem you folks have is that you want to quote Socrates in the middle of a bar fight. Iran is not our friend. Venezuela is not our friend. President Biden keeps giving them money to buy weapons to try to kill us.
Senator,
Do you not
500
understand that?
sanctions on the Iranian regime. We have not allowed $1 from Qatar or from the Iraqi electricity fund to flow to Iran.
That's just not true. Senator Menendez explained that to you. How can you be that obtuse?
Senator, as I've said, our goal is to make sure that we take every action to prevent Iran's destabilizing activity in the region. We're going to continue to go after Iran's sale of oil and try and limit their ability as best we can using the tools that you've given us. I'm here before the Senate asking for additional tools that will allow us to continue to do that.
Kennedy nailed it. Biden is acting like Iran's best friend. And then came the $6 billion prisoner deal. 5 Americans home, but $6 billion in Iranian hands. The administration says, relax, the money's in Qatar, untouched, humanitarian only. Kennedy shredded that argument. Do you believe in the Tooth Fairy? Do you believe in the Easter Bunny? Because that's what it sounds like. Fantasy. You trust foreign banks to say no to Iran? Come on. And here's what should outrage every American. Biden kept issuing these waivers even after Iranian-backed forces killed our soldiers. 6 weeks after 3 of our troops were murdered, another waiver. Think about that. American blood spilled, and Washington signs more waivers. That's not leadership. That's betrayal. And it doesn't stop with Iran. Kennedy called out Biden for easing sanctions on Venezuela. Maduro, the dictator, got relief on oil and gold, promised fair elections, then jailed his opponents. And Biden did nothing. The Treasury guy tried to spin it, said they were just licenses. Kennedy wasn't buying it. Neither should you. Kennedy summed it up perfectly. You folks are quoting Socrates in the middle of a bar fight, because the truth is simple. Iran is not our friend. Venezuela is not our friend. Every waiver, every license, every deal weakens America and strengthens our enemies. So I'll ask you, do you believe billions sent overseas somehow don't fund terror? Or do you agree with Senator Kennedy that this administration is selling us out? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button. Share this video with every patriot you know. And don't forget to subscribe, because here we don't spin, we don't sugarcoat. We fight for America. God bless Senator Kennedy for standing up. And God bless the United States of America